So I wanted to give an overview of the Legislative Analyst Office. California's LAO is similar to the Federal Congressional Budget Office, the CBO. And the Legislative Analyst Office, the LAO, has served as the fiscal and policy advisor to the California State Legislature for more than 75 years. The LAO is known for its fiscal and programmatic expertise, as well as its nonpartisan analyses of the California state budget. Basically, the LAO serves as the eyes and ears of the legislature to ensure that the executive branch is implementing the legislative policies in a cost efficient and effective manner. The Legislative Analyst Office is overseen by the legislature's Joint Legislative Budget Committee, the JLBC, which is a 16-member bipartisan committee comprised of 8 assembly members and 8 senators. LAO has a staff of over 40 analysts and support staff, and the analysts cover all the budget and policy areas. And the office does serve as a staff resource for all legislators of the Assembly and the Senate. A key responsibility of the LAO is to analyze the governor's budget proposal, as well as the May revise. And the LAO prepares a series of analyses from the beginning to the end of the California state budget process. They discuss many of the overarching fiscal issues, as well as specific departmental budget proposals. And of course, they offer numerous recommendations for legislative action on the budget. The LAO's numerous documents help set the stage and the agenda for the work of the legislature's 2 budget committees in developing and responding to the governor's budget proposal in January, as well as the May revise. Staff of the LAO work with the legislative budget committees as well as the subcommittees throughout the entire budget process, and they provide public testimony before the 6 assembly budget committees and 5 Senate budget subcommittees, as well as the full budget committees of both houses. The LAO used to analyze pending legislation. However, due to budget cutbacks 25 years ago, they only analyze the state budget. They also provide recommendations for legislators on potential budget reforms. And again, the staff of the LAO participate along with the staff of the Department of Finance in all of the budget subcommittee hearings, as well as the full budget committee hearings in both the Assembly and the Senate. The LAO staff also testify on their findings and declarations, as well as their recommendations when the Assembly and Senate hear the budget bill in the budget subcommittees. Previously, when we had a budget conference committee, they also appeared there. And the LAO staff regularly prepares reports and appears before the standing committees of the Assembly and Senate when they hold either informational or oversight hearings. The LAO also prepares ballot analyses for each measure on the California statewide ballot. Moreover, the LAO performs a number of functions as they've outlined on their website, including budget control. The LAO reviews requests by the governor's administration to make changes to the budget after it's been enacted. These reviews are used primarily by members of the Joint Legislative Budget Committee, as well as the 2 budget committees. Special reports throughout the year, the LAO prepares special reports on the state budget, as well as topics of interest to the legislature. Initiatives and ballot measures, the LAO estimates the fiscal effect on state and local government of all proposed initiatives prior to their circulation, as well as preparing analyses of all measures that qualify for the statewide ballot. Forecasting, the LAO forecasts state revenues and expenditures. The LAO also provides ongoing reports in the following policy areas: capital outlay and infrastructure, criminal justice, economy and taxes, education, environment and natural resources, health and human services, local government, state budget conditions, transportation, and other governmental areas. The LAO also provides the following recurring budget reports: the fiscal outlook, usually in November, the overview of the governor's budget in January, the overview of the May revision in May, and then the state spending plan in July. As you can hear, the LAO is an invaluable participant in the annual state budget process and the negotiations, working on behalf of the legislature to ensure that the 120 legislators have all the data and information that they need to work collaboratively with the executive branch and the governor's administration in crafting the state budget bill each year.